You see him? Rise.
Get up there.
I don't know who that is.
This is some new guy.
Some new guy?
The hell?
Okay.
We may not want you here.
Yeah.
You may have to leave.
You know what? You're on top secret probation, double probation.
Double top secret probation.
Welcome to Men Are So Smart. I am Lou Gallagher, and I approve this message. I'm getting tired of hearing that. Already getting tired of hearing that.
Yeah, that's going to be... Whoops, hold it. Let's turn down the volume.
All right.
Yeah, and we're not even really started yet.
No.
And it's like already so annoying.
Yeah. Dead silence, awkward silence there. Here's why. We teeter on a daily, if not weekly basis on talking about politics and beliefs, but in as much as Ronnie and I are both up to speed on politics, I would say, and we both have set in stone beliefs in what we think the country should be.
It's almost unavoidable.
It is.
Because it's in your face 24/7.
Now with social media, yeah, to be sure.
You can't escape it.
No.
It's on the radio, it's on the TV, it's all over my email.
Yep. You know what too, Ronnie? They say you shouldn't lose friends over politics.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like
maybe some friends just aren't worth having.
When I see the posts, I'm like, how in the world could you, A, possibly believe that? B, have done any fact checking on what you just posted?
Yeah.
And 3, it's just simply not true.
Right.
And it's fake news, and you're perpetuating that. And I like to think my friends are smarter.
Our friend Randy.
Yeah.
And Facebook, I think, is it is the hot point central for politics. Mm-hmm. And Randy posts a lot of things. And Randy and I have probably our ideals line up, pretty similar.
Excuse me, I see both of you, and so I would say, you're riding the same wave. That's what the kids say.
And then I have another Facebook friend who I actually went to school with, 2nd grade through 6th grade, and she's a friend of Carrie Ware.
Mm-hmm.
And so she asked for a friend request. I'm like, whatever. I don't. I'm on Facebook a lot, but I have very few friends.
Make this clear right now, Ronnie, because I have someone whose name will remain nameless, who had sent you a friend request, and you have kind of a small, closed group of friends that you do this with.
Super small.
So please,
like just a couple dozen.
What's your criteria there? Because
so most of them are either sheriff's friends,
because they come to me and they go, "Why won't you accept my friend request?"
Or close friends.
Okay.
If I don't know the person,
that's why you don't have me, huh?
You're teetering.
I know. I'm always teetering.
And we did this show where you can delete somebody and they won't even realize it.
Right.
Yes. So you may be deleted. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Could be.
But
I probably deserve it.
This person posts a lot of vile political stuff, and she is very, very close to being on the outs. And again, I really won't miss her. I friended her as a, kind of like to my buddy Carrie, and as a favor to him.
Mm-hmm. Which that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, not you, but I'm just saying, even to think that you'd have to do that, ain't right.
I don't, and you know what? I'm not a social media mogul. I don't know that much about it, but Facebook to me is to be able to catch up with people that you knew and that you're interested in.
Sure.
And you want to see, especially like my one friend Ed lived here. I've known him literally since I was 4 years old.
I know.
And he moved to Colorado. He worked for Southern Pacific. Southern Pacific picked up their tent here and said,
I remember when that happened.
Yeah, said we can't make it here. And they consolidated their offices. And he moved to Colorado. And they moved him. They got a moving truck and they did all the things. He just had to go there and buy a house, and everything else was all paid for. But so I only see Ed like once or maybe twice a year. They come back to California.
He's a great guy.
And he's a super good guy.
Yeah.
And Ed and my political beliefs aren't exactly parallel. We've known each other for a long time, but we have our differences, and that's perfectly fine.
Sure.
But he doesn't go on rants, which this other friend, she goes on some rants.
Well, Ronnie, that brings us to this point, which is your status, social status, social media status. There, I want to be clear. For me, because I do a radio show and I've been in the media for a lot of years, I have a lot of fans that send me friend requests.
Yep.
And I don't like to have to deny people. Firstly, because I want to get to know them,
right,
before I make a snap decision on something like that,
right,
and I don't do it lightly.
Right.
I consider all things. So before I confirm, I look at their page. Now, some people have a lot of stuff, and some people have very little stuff.
Right.
And so if a person has 3 friends,
right,
I'm probably not going to confirm that, because it's probably a fake account.
That could be also.
Or
Yep.
hacked account,
Yep.
or something to that effect. And
Yep.
and so that ain't going to happen. But if I'm in doing research, if I'm subjected to a lot of, things that I don't believe in necessarily.
Hate things. And,
vile things.
Yeah.
And, it ain't happening.
Yep.
And not that it makes any difference, but I think I have like almost, 600 friends.
Yeah, see, I think I have maybe 40-ish. I'm gonna say 49.
I got it.
I got 49 friends.
Yeah, well, maybe we should get to that. So thanks for watching this morning. Let's do the live chat, Ronnie. Why don't you bring us up to speed with what?
So let's see who we have in here. I saw Sasha.
You are a very big part of this show when you're in the live chat.
Yes, yeah. Davio, Tom Sawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Drum. Now that might be the guy that was not standing in the back.
Oh,
So, Mel.
Huh?
We're watching you.
What's your problem?
And then Roxanne is here.
Be seated, by the way.
Tony Rusi, Rick Clemenson, our friend Rick, my good 49er buddy.
Rick came in to see me at work on Wednesday, I think it was, or Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, he stopped by, and I could not have been more slammed, Ronnie.
I hate that when somebody comes into work.
Phone's ringing.
You've asked them, hey, come in to see me.
Yeah, stop by anytime.
I got time. And
except this time.
Then they come in and you got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Let's see. I think I said Tony Rusi. Hoolie's here. Excuse me. Hoolie's here.
It's a nice break for me to get a coffee.
Copper Dan, Sledneck.
Copper Dan, how are you, buddy?
Jason's here. I just saw Jason.
He said he's in Walmart.
Jason just put out a couple videos the other day. He's been on a bit of a hiatus. Ken Blythe is here.
Nice to have you, Ken.
And Corvette Ronnie's here. Let me see. Oh, and Ebby.
Good.
Ebby was the first one in. Congratulations, you win the prize.
What did she get? Tell her what she's won, Ron. You don't know.
You know what? I have this Bluetooth dongle that I don't really need. If you like it, send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and I'll mail that to you.
Plus, you've won 2 days in Bakersfield.
Yes.
And you say to yourself, well, what do I do at night? Well, just stay the hell out of Bakersfield.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
And then the next 2 nights, Galt.
Well, I don't know if we can afford that.
Well,
people around the country are watching this. What the hell's a Galt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galt's up and coming.
Let's just say that the Central Valley is rife with
it's a
farming.
hotbed. It's a hotbed for the single scene.
Yes.
Or whatever the complete opposite is.
That's not good.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No. Okay, so we told you last week on our show.
Oh no.
Okay, let's take that on before.
Do we have a way to remove somebody permanently from our chat?
I don't.
Mel
I
Drum
don't know.
is from Kansas City. We can't be having those negative vibes in here.
Uh-oh.
Mel, you're skating thin ice already.
First he wouldn't stand when I said all rise.
And now he's from Kansas City.
What the hell?
Mel, what are we going to do with you?
Well, do you want to talk a little 49er football real quick, Ronnie? Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that before we get to our huge announcement.
So here's my thoughts on the game.
Okay, I'm ready.
Kansas City.
I hope the food is good. That's all I'm concerned with.
Yes. Kansas City is rated 29 against the run.
Wow, and the 49ers ran their way to the Super Bowl.
Like to run. Mm-hmm. Green Bay was rated 23 against the run.
Look what they did to them.
And they cranked off 400 yards of...
Destroyed them.
Yeah, I think Mostert ran for over 200 yards
he did.
All by himself.
And it's not the first time.
Yes. But my...
80, yeah.
So it's quick strike against long drawn out offense. Now, what San Francisco can't have happen is a couple of 3 and outs, and then Kansas City goes ahead and scores. Mm-hmm. Because as soon as you get behind,
that would be due to turnovers, I would think. Yeah, that's going to be key. And
turnovers.
At this point, the 2 teams that are in this game, they should really have a handle on turnovers.
Yes. Yeah, seriously. Mm-hmm. So I'm super, super hopeful that San Francisco can just grind it out and that Mahomes spends a lot of time on the sidelines watching.
Or on his back.
On his back would be okay, too.
I don't know. He's pretty slippery.
He is. And you know what? That's the other thing that concerns me is San Francisco is not really great against the running quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. And he's no Russell Wilson. No. He's no Lamar
hats
Jackson.
Off to Russell. He is the epitome of what a quarterback should be in the year 2020. Go on.
He carried Seattle.
Yep.
They didn't have a lot.
He's a real deal.
He really is. But Mahomes is also no Lamar Jackson. He's not going to run for 100 yards, but he is going to squirt out, and he finds the first down marker. He gets first downs. When everything is downfield is covered, it's like, oh, I see the.
And when he's going to be a yard short on a play, he'll lateral it to somebody.
Yes, yeah, or he doesn't mind going head first either. He's a true football player. I really respect his game.
Maybe that's what we should talk about in OK Boomer today. The difference, really, seriously, when you start seeing commercials for safety helmets, the 4 different types of helmets, it's gone too far.
Yeah.
Now look, I know that a lot of people, Steve Young is the perfect example, a man who retired because of concussions.
Yep.
I understand that. But I'm here to tell you, okay, Boomer, when I was a kid, there's one kind of helmet.
Yeah.
All right? And
one size fits all.
Pretty much. They didn't even, this was back in the early 70s, I will say. And we had straps with pads. That was about the only thing that was inside that helmet.
Right.
And a face mask, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't made of leather?
No. No, not that far back, Boomer. Do boomers, would they? No, I don't think so. So anyway, football, what I was going to say is football has really changed.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people say, well, it's for the better because it's more safe. Well, the game is different.
Yeah.
You don't have tough guys. I'll give you an example. A guy from our day and age, one of the toughest bastards I ever saw play the game, Ray Nitschke.
Oh, boy. Oh, he was like the crippler.
Mm-hmm. How about Jack Tatum?
Yeah. Was Jack Tatum the one that played like a fourth quarter of a Super Bowl with a broken arm or a broken leg?
I wouldn't doubt it.
These guys, they did that.
Uh-huh.
Look at freaking Emmitt Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Emmitt Smith, his arm was dangling to his side,
mm-hmm.
but they handed him off. Everything he carried in his right arm, his left arm was just like hanging there.
And he was getting hit every time.
Yeah, and they should have just taped it to his body.
Right.
Those guys were tough. That was a different era.
Football is a violent game.
Yep.
The reason that players retire after 10 seasons is because their bodies can't handle it anymore. That's why they ask for so much money per year, because they don't know how many years they're actually going to be able to play.
I get that. I mean, that makes perfect sense.
And I have to tell you that when I see these quarterbacks sliding, I understand the thinking behind that. But do you think that Daryl LaMonica would have slid down?
Ken Stabler?
And what about these running backs who, instead of taking on a hit and gaining 2 or 3 more yards,
jump out of bounds?
What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Wow, I almost let that one go. I don't know if we can say that.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I mean, again, people. So when I was a kid, I followed players. I didn't follow a team. I mean, we had the Raiders and the 49ers are both very close to where we are geographically, but I followed players. I loved Larry Zonka.
Of course, number 39.
And Mercury Morris. They were amazing. I could watch them play. I loved Kenny Stabler, the Snake.
Left-handed side armor.
I really did. You know who else? Oh my God, probably one of my favorite running backs of all time, from the Houston Oilers, Earl Campbell.
Oh sure.
God dang, his thighs were like this big. They'd show him at training camp, and he's just running over linebackers. And linebackers were nowhere near as big as they are now. Today's safeties were yesteryear's linebackers.
Yeah.
Linebackers went about 210 pounds.
I'm hearing of linemen who are 300 pounds who run like 4.6 40s.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You know what my best time was? 4.95.
Yeah.
And I think they were just being nice. I was a 5 flatter as a football player.
Yeah. I run a little bit like I've got a piano on my back.
Dragging a refrigerator.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think we mentioned this last week, Ronnie, but man, you really have got to give credit to guys who are running backs. As a lineman, I used to think I had it really crappy because I got hit on laid a hit on somebody on every play.
Right.
At least offense. And running backs, every time they touch the ball,
they're getting smacked.
They're a target.
Yeah.
And not but just one guy. And see, that's the thing. You can't lead with your head anymore.
No.
You have to hit with the shoulder.
I still see it happen, but it happens incidentally. They both lower their heads at the same time, and that's, you kind of do that in anticipating a tackle. You should put your head down a little bit.
When I was a high school football player, a badge of honor was the mark of another team's helmet on your helmet.
Right.
That means you hit somebody.
Right.
And the more marks you had, the more deadly you were as a headhunter.
Hey, when you were playing football, because I went to our alma mater, not this year, but I went 2 years ago for the homecoming game.
Yeah, I know you like to go to those.
And our guys, a lot of them had little stickers on their helmets. Some of them had, like, the whole side of their helmet was stickers, and they're all the same. They looked to be like an eagle's head. Our mascot was the eagle. Mm-hmm. Is that something that they hand out after the game, or were they doing that back when you were playing?
Well, they didn't do that back then, but Ohio State does that too.
Okay.
It's for an accomplishment of some type at your position, for instance.
I kind of figured it was.
If you're a running back,
the running backs and linebackers had the most stickers on their helmets.
Yeah.
So, and in high school, running backs are linebackers when you're on defense. They switch off. I do a lot of football games at Jesuit High School, and they take their pristine athletes and they play them in highly skilled positions. So running back is going to also be your cornerback or your safety. Mm-hmm. Tight end is also going to be your defensive end.
Right.
They use skilled players and skilled positions.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, so the big game is next Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, Ron, but you know how much I really enjoy social situations and small talk. Oh, do I love small talk.
Or the opposite of that.
Or that.
Yeah.
Every year, I have a Super Bowl party at my house.
Yeah.
And I know what you're saying to yourself. Well, you haven't invited me?
I've not been there.
Well, see, I invite all the people that I like.
Okay.
So it's just me.
Yeah. And maybe your grandsons.
Oh, my grandsons, yeah, absolutely, for sure. And my wife if she brings food in, or out, I guess, because I watch in the garage. So yeah, that'll be happening next Sunday. I do so enjoy that. My wife makes this queso dip. That's pretty awesome.
That's a tight group of people.
All right, how about we go to the live chat? What's going on?
Yeah, so Mel was saying that 49ers are going to have to spy Mahomes. They've done that with the other running quarterbacks. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
He's a weasel.
Yeah. We did a pretty good job with Russell Wilson the last time we played. Aaron Rodgers is more of a run-for-your-life type quarterback. He's not going to run unless nothing else is available.
But he does make some incredible throws when he's running.
Oh, my God. He fits that ball in there. That's crazy.
I don't know how he does that.
Yep. Let's see. People were talking about the Forest Service, and there's a satellite website that gives you current snowpack footage. So obviously this sounds like it might be a treasure thing. Let's see. Sledneck saying it's not melted there yet.
Oh, come on. No way. It's January, people. We're talking about the Rocky Mountains, for God's sakes.
Jack is saying the Kansas City has an uphill battle. 49ers are a pretty complete team.
They really are. I didn't think of they were in the beginning of the season. I thought they had a very light schedule. This, by the way, you're watching Men Are So Smart, which is typically a show for guys, but we have ladies that really enjoy it too, and they are certainly welcome. But you'll notice we're talking about kind of manly stuff, football here. And straight ahead, with a major announcement.
Big news.
All right,
big
minutes.
News.
Okay, we'll go back to live chat.
Texas T is checking in.
Mm-hmm.
Always love to have Texas T here.
Texas T. What is that?
That's from Beverly Hillbillies.
Oil.
Black
Texas
gold.
T.
Yeah.
Black gold, yeah.
Let's see.
Well, if you're just going to read, I'm going to just take some of my coffee.
Let's see. Oh, Jack Butkus.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Ray Nitschke, Dick Butkus. These are guys who...
Singletary.
Daryl Singletary.
Damn. These are some...
If you played in a game against any of those guys that we just mentioned...
You got to cut your appendages when you get off the field.
And you might want to block out your schedule for Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. Maybe just... make a couple appointments for an ice bath.
Yeah.
Because you're going to need it.
And nitrogen nowadays. Use nitrogen.
The cryogenic ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just don't freeze your feet like Antonio Brown did.
Or your cherries.
Yes. There must be some kind of a special guard that you wear.
I don't know. I've never called them cherries before. That's the first. Maybe they'll catch on. You never know. All right, Ronnie. So, look. We've been doing this show for how long now? Going on 3 years?
Oh, God. It only seems like 2 years, 10 months.
To me, it seems like 12. 12 years. So, the entire time that we've been doing this show, we've been talking about having, as the numbers continue to grow and views and minutes watched, et cetera, we've been talking about having some merchandise, or in this case, we're going to call it fan gear.
Okay.
Fan gear.
Right.
And we have been working with a man who is a fan of the show. He participates on the live chat as much as he possibly can. He tells me now that he's usually cooking at that time when we're doing the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's listening while he's cooking. And
him and Walter White?
Not that kind of cooking.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's Lou and Ronnie Fan 500.
Yeah.
And his real name is Dustin Hamill. And I've been talking with him for about 2 weeks. And about 2 weeks ago, we put up on our Facebook page, which is @Men Are So Smart, a poll for you to take about which logo, which logo you really liked.
Right.
And Dustin, being a designer, graphic designer, in his spare time, decided to put something together for us, a new logo. And he did, and I put that up on Facebook and let people vote. And almost to a man,
overwhelmingly,
the one that Dustin did was the one that people chose.
Yep.
And so it is without further ado that I tell you we now have Men Are So Smart t-shirts available. And there is the new logo. You can see it right there. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off of mine.
Okay. I'm gonna save this one because I might want to return it.
Really?
See if I can get my money back.
Or sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
For more. Okay, so here it is. These are really high quality t-shirts.
Yes.
And I can't see what I'm doing now. There. Oh, I want to go this way here, like this.
There you go.
Okay, so there it is. There is the new Men Are So Smart t-shirts. They are available in, as you can see, gray or white. Sizes small, medium, large, extra large, 2 extra large, 3 extra large. And we will be selling these for $20, and that will cover, it'll have free shipping within the United States. Now, I know we have people that listen around the world too. Get a hold of me, and I'll see if there's something that I can do for you. So there it is. That's a beautiful shirt.
That's a handsome. And what's really uncanny about it, they're just shadow figures, but you can obviously tell
who's who.
This one is you. This one is me.
Yeah.
It's
almost like they have that tuft of hair on the top of your head that you have.
I know. It's uncanny.
So, got them in gray. We got them in white. And so you're saying, well, how can I get those?
How can we get those?
Why did you say that?
I'm just wondering. How can we get those?
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you here. First of all, you can find them on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, wow. We've made it now.
Yep. And here is a PayPal account that you can send to. And after we finish the show today, I'll put these links in the descriptor below, and you could just click on it and it'll take you to the first one I'm going to give you is the PayPal account, which will be paypal.me/DustErica. That is DUST, Dust, and Erica is spelled ERICA. They're $20. They'll be on sale this week till at least Friday that I know of. So, and the price could change on this. I'm not absolutely positive, but get them while they are $20 right now. Once again, paypal.me/DustErica. I have a link that I'll put on there for the Facebook Marketplace, Ronnie.
Okay. Lou and Ronnie Fan 500 is checking in right now. As a matter
good.
Of fact. Yep.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
And let me just throw this out because this is super pertinent.
Please.
Rick Clemenson wants to know if we'll autograph one for him if he buys it.
Sure. I think we can do that.
Yeah, an extra $20.
What are you going to get?
We'll autograph them for free.
Okay, so
yeah.
The search on Facebook Marketplace is Men Are So Smart Fan Gear, FANGEAR. Once again, $20. Colors white and light gray. They're adult t-shirts. Sizes small, medium, large, XL, 2XL, and 3XL. And you can order them right now and get them for $20, and that will include your shipping as long as it's within the United States.
Jack asks if we can
Jack.
put the link in the comments of this. So I'm not sure.
How can I do that? Oh, I know how I can do it. Ronnie, I don't know if we can do that while I'm live.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're going to be playing our.
You know what? Maybe we could put it on our webpage.
Well, yeah, it will be.
And so if you just go to the webpage, the links will be on our webpage. So that might be the best we can
copy
hope for.
Or no, let's do this. Let me do this. and messenger it to you.
Okay.
Red. Whoops, sorry. Okay, so there's the PayPal. You should have it.
Okay.
Now,
let me see if I can
copy and paste that and put it on. That will be the PayPal. That's the easiest way to go that I know of. Okay, so I was talking about what we're going to be doing for our Fantasy draft today. And I think it's going to be fun. If you have some ideas on drafts that you'd like to hear,
Yeah.
why not suggest them in the chat? If you're watching and you're not chatting with us, why not? Have some fun. It's Sunday morning mass. And the format is fun. And we'll talk about anything we want, and it's fun. And especially if you have questions, you can send them through the live chat. Log on and do that now. Today, on Fantasy Draft, we're going to be drafting bands that should be the Super Bowl halftime show this year.
Yep.
No restrictions. Not even death.
Yes.
We agree?
I think that's agreeable.
Okay. And this year, they have slotted J-Lo and Shakira. Now, my question here is, who are they targeting in the Super Bowl? Are they targeting men as viewers? Women as viewers? Both?
Well,
I don't know you can have both.
they're not unattractive women, for sure.
Oh, no deference to either of the women. I'm just saying that in terms of music, I can't name a J-Lo song. Shakira, I've only seen her on Entertainment Tonight. I don't know if I can sing that.
I'm not super familiar with her. J-Lo, if I heard one of her songs, I would know it instantly as a
Jenny
J-Lo
from the
song.
Hood?
Right, yes. That. There's probably, I don't know, there's probably half a dozen songs that I would know from J-Lo.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you know what? I also, and this goes back a little ways now, I wasn't like a super huge fan of Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree with you more. I was too poppy for me.
And I wasn't a super huge fan of Janet Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
When they did the Super Bowl together.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They did a really nice Super Bowl show. Right up to the point where he had the wardrobe malfunction, and even that I was okay with it. But
I ain't never seen one of them. You know, in fact, that leads me to a question that we got, Ronnie, in our mailbag.
Yeah.
Maybe we should segue into that right now. Hold on one second, okay? Let me get that
Davio.
up. What's he say?
He's got a suggestion for a band that should be playing.
Okay.
Yeah, the Beatles.
That could be on one of our or both of our lists.
Yeah.
I don't. You know, when we play that draft thing, I don't know what Ronnie has. Really, we don't talk about it ahead of time.
No.
And I'll be honest with you. You know when he got his today? About 6 o'clock.
While I was sleeping still. I slept in because I worked late last night.
I was up at 4 o'clock, man, working on this. Okay, it's time for Lou and Ronnie's mailbag. We get a lot of email. Our email addresses are going across the screen right now.
Yep.
There it is. Lou@menaresosmart.com.
And people are taking advantage of that.
They certainly
are sending
do.
us emails.
And Ronnie gets them as well.
Yep.
And there it comes. Ronnie at menaresosmart. Where's my hand? Right there. menaresosmart.com.
Yep.
Okay, so if you have questions, please get them to us. Ronnie has no idea what this one is because it came to me. It wasn't both of us.
All right.
Question.
Yes.
Lou and Ronnie, are guys really all infatuated with larger breasts? How can a guy not like seeing a large size and not be interested? So if a guy says he prefers a medium large chest, boy, this is getting really specific. What is that? I think like a B or a C cup.
Okay.
Okay. My boyfriend said he doesn't like big breasts. They look like balloons to him. And that's wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what our infatuation is. Balloons as kids. He's not into that. So my question is, don't all guys really like at least a little the look of a large breast?
You know, I'm not really. Breasts,
Honesty. Here we go. Come on.
breasts are a teenage boy thing. I think you kind of, and not that you can't see a woman in a bathing suit and go, wow, but I don't know. There's so much more to it than butts and breasts to me. I'm a big fan of a nice butt also.
Thank you.
However, you know what? Like I
wasn't
said,
expecting that compliment this early, but thank you, Ron.
you
I do have a nice butt.
You're a tight end.
I am.
Yeah, you're a tight
Ron,
end.
that just took a turn the wrong way.
Maybe next year you'll be a wide receiver. But
I don't think so. I don't see that in my future. Okay, so let's talk about boobs.
I've had girlfriends with the gamut. Everything from barely there to bigger than you need. So they're all fine. I don't discriminate. I think it may have been Larry the Cable Guy, but except that he was doing Dan Carpenter, which is his real name, before he picked up Larry the Cable Guy thing. He said, well, you know what they say, you've seen one breast, you can't wait to see the next one.
Right. Well, I have to say, in answer to your question, in my lifetime, I've probably seen about 267 breasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Christine Kenzie's here.
oh, good. Terrific. Hi.
Hey, girl.
I never know which hand to wave with here. See,
Yeah.
that's the wrong one. I knew it. You would think I'd reach my hand up here and I'd touch the logo, but it's actually here.
Oh.
It's like we're doing the show in a rearview mirror.
It is kind of.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so 267 boobs I've seen in person.
Did somebody only have one, or you just saw one of a certain several?
Oh,
Because that's an odd number.
it is an odd number, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It changes.
Yeah. Could be 268 by next week. Who knows?
Yeah, you never know.
It could be a good week.
So, here's what I say. Boobs don't make a woman. Okay, I hate to throw a blanket over it and with such a vague statement, but you have to consider the whole package.
Yeah.
And just because, let's just say that you fall in love with somebody and you have all of these things in common and all of the points that you're looking for in another person, compassion, whether they want to be a parent or not, you have all of that stuff, and the woman in this case has very small breasts.
Yep.
Are you going to throw that relationship away because that person doesn't meet your standards, let's say?
Well, and butts and breasts in women are fleeting. Just
They
kind of
are.
like six-pack abs
You don't know
on
that
men.
when you're 20.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah. We both had abs when we were kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And now, not so much.
I will tell you kind of a quirky little story. When I went to do morning radio in Salt Lake City, I think I'm going to mention this to you. I had a relationship breakup, and so I was single. I was new in the city. I was hosting a top-rated morning show. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I was getting a lot of remote broadcasts that you know about, right? You know, when you go out and say, hey, it's Lou, I'm here, come on by, see me, buy this, buy that kind of thing. Well, I was at a car dealership one Saturday, and there was a girl who was the receptionist at the front door, the first girl that you see, and she was stunning.
They do that a lot of times. They put the most beautiful person up front.
Oh my gosh. And you know, I like to think that I generally have a lot of confidence in myself, and I'm not, but when I saw this girl, I was like, what does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, this girl had what I thought to be the absolute most perfect body, Ron. And so we dated several times. And one time after a movie or something, we ended back at my apartment and decided to go take a spa, get in the spa.
Yep.
And this was the first time that I was going to see more than what it looked like in the top.
Right.
And let's just say that a couple of days later, I ran into one of her friends who kind of set us up. And she said, "What did you think of her boob job?"
Wow.
And I went, "That was a boob job?" I didn't even know, Ron.
To quote the Seinfeld show, and by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we've seen them all, is what I'm saying. Whether it be Playboy or Penthouse Magazine when we were younger guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Or then when the whole VHS tapes came out, I think that's when the world was really introduced to the industry that we know as porn.
Right.
And so you see a lot of those.
Yeah.
Can you believe that they used to have a whole section in the video store for adult videos, and the only thing that kept the kids out of there was a curtain?
A couple of drapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know the gym I used to go to, it was called Sports Courts, and it was a small gym. It was smaller than our studio. Just had one piece of weight equipment, a couple bikes, and I can't remember, small. It probably had like 6 pieces of workout equipment in the gym. And there was a little time card, a time clock. And so you could track your workout and see how long you worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you remember Christine Hansen?
Yeah, I've met her a couple times.
Christine Hansen was a Playboy model.
Yeah, she was.
She's from Sacramento.
She is indeed. Still lives here.
Yes, she's on the news now. She's a broadcaster. She's a meteorologist now.
Yes, she is.
So because I worked, I can't remember what my hours were, but I got off at 9 o'clock. We closed the store at 9 o'clock. I would go after work to the gym, and she was there several times. Well, the advantage of having a time card, and Hansen is very close to my last name. I could pull up her time card and I could see what days and what times she goes to the gym.
You're a freaking stalker, Ron.
They didn't call it stalking back then.
They didn't have that name yet, but you were doing it.
Wasn't on the books yet. So I was in the gym a lot of days when she was there, and she was just beautiful.
Yeah.
She was she was more on the cute side.
Kind of a girl next door.
Yeah, she was very wholesome.
That's really my type.
Yeah, very, very wholesome looking, and I still think she's fantastic on TV. So, Christine, if you're watching.
Now, to just kind of put a cap on this, the women that you see on this phone sex line commercial that they show on, and I watch MTV a lot because they have my favorite show on there, Ridiculousness with Rob Dyrdek. And overnight shows have these commercials for this live phone chat sex line. And the girls that they put on there with the boobs that are, somebody just said Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife, God bless her.
Right, yeah.
That are this big and they're just bubbling out of the that's not for me.
That does nothing for me.
No.
And also, Kurt Henley,
puffed up lips.
Yeah, that does nothing for me either.
No, that's gross. Why are you doing that? And that further illustrates how I love to see the girl next door.
Right.
Yeah,
I really am. I'm more about a wholesome, a real woman.
Yeah.
So, Kurt Hensley says, I'm actually more concerned whether she's going to kill me in my sleep than how big her breasts are. Yeah. Sanity is sexy, he says. Yeah, it is.
It is, and so rare. Whoa. Okay. All right. So thank you for the boob email.
And Roxanne.
Yes.
She says Ronnie is a stalker. I'm never convicted. Okay. So,
that's true. There's a big difference.
Yeah. So I'm not a convicted stalker.
All right. So let's do our fantasy draft, Ronnie.
Okay.
What the hell's that? And this with the big game coming up a week from today. The two teams, as you are well aware by now, the 49ers and the Chiefs.
Chiefs are going to wear red. 49ers are going to go white, it looks like.
Yeah, old school white, I think.
Yeah, they're trying. They weren't allowed last time I heard.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why can't you choose what you want?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Because it's a throwback uniform.
They make you, when they do the military salutes, they make you wear those camel things.
True enough.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not my... I bet there's a bet about that, though.
I bet there is, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll actually know within the next day or two what uniforms they're going to be wearing.
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know who cares? Women who aren't football fans who go, oh, I like those white uniforms.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They did play with them once this year. They used a throwback uniform, and they're very cool because the numbers have little shadows.
Oh, yeah.
Next to them. It's
Right.
a nice touch.
It is kind of cool, huh?
Yep.
Okay, so today, with the big game on the forefront of everyone's mind, we will do bands that should be the Super Bowl halftime show this year instead of J-Lo and Shakira.
Okay.
Let me make sure I'm in the shot. Okay. I knew what I was going to throw this morning.
Okay. Oh, we did the same thing. All right. Damn.
Okay.
I could almost see that coming, too, and I couldn't stop myself.
I really thought you were going to go paper there. I knew you were going to get me, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so please forgive me if this band has performed at the Super Bowl before, or whichever one we might choose.
Right.
And I didn't do the research. It came to me this morning. All right, so I'm going to say bands that should be the Super Bowl halftime show. Number one, I know what you're going to pick. I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to say Led Zeppelin.
Oh, dang. That was not going to be my first pick, but that was going to be my second pick.
And so you're saying to yourself, well, what about John Bonham? His son.
Yeah, Jason.
He steps right into the mix and they don't miss a beat. Trust me.
I have seen a couple of Led Zeppelin cover bands. Jason Bonham filled in amazingly. Not missed a beat.
Yeah, so, and can you imagine seeing Jimmy Page at his age?
Wow.
Jamming on that Les Paul guitar, or even with the violin. Ba-dum,
Yeah.
ba-dum, the
Yeah.
bow.
Or when they play Kashmir, he plays a Dan Electro.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so my first pick will be Led Zeppelin, and I know what Ronnie's first pick will be.
My first pick. I don't know, maybe they can't see this on
Oh,
there.
no, you can.
Beatles.
Okay, Beatles.
Beatles.
I know what you're saying. Well, two of them are dead.
Yeah.
We already said that it doesn't matter, living or dead. But one of my picks, and I let you have it, was Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr together.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? George Harrison has a son.
Yeah.
It's musical.
And John Lennon does as well.
John Lennon has a son that's musical. Hey, let's put the band back together.
Well,
We're getting the band back together.
All right, so your first pick in the first round, which is the second pick, is the Beatles.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
see, now I got scrambled just a little bit because Led Zeppelin was going to be there. So I'm going to have to go with my number 3, Aerosmith.
Damn it, that's on my list.
I think that Steven Tyler is a little bit freaky. No more so than me when I'm stalking Christine Hansen, but he's a little strange. But
I'll be sure and send her a link to this episode, Ron.
The guy can sing. God dang, and he's an unbelievable performer. He is the ultimate frontman.
I thought Prince was one of the most ultimate shows.
Oh boy,
when he did the halftime show.
Prince killed it.
He really
in the
knocked it out of the
rain,
park.
no less.
Yeah.
And-
Okay, so I got a great idea for my next pick, which I have.
You have 2 coming up.
I have 2. My next pick will be Van Halen.
There is
2 schools of thought, though. Remember, you got
Sammy
Uh-huh.
or Diamond Dave.
Yeah. So if I had to choose, and a lot of people say, well, why don't you just do both? I guess we could.
They don't get along.
I don't think they do.
Diamond Dave, actually, Sammy does not. He's not a big Diamond Dave fan.
Now, I'll be honest, I never saw Sammy Hagar.
I've seen Sammy Hagar, I don't know, half a dozen times.
Really?
Yeah, goddamn, he's good.
Well, I guess I grew up with the original David Lee Roth.
Yeah.
And he was such a beast as a performer.
So I think that he's maybe just only a tiny little bit behind Steven Tyler as the ultimate frontman. He's crazy. He was an unbelievable singer. Not so much anymore. He's kind of lost his voice a little bit. But we're talking old school Van Halen. I think that's a solid pick.
All right. So I have Van Halen. I have Led Zeppelin. And I'm going to go with... Do I call an audible here?
Oh.
I'm gonna say Eagles.
Oh, God.
I knew that, Ron. I knew you had it on your...
Oh.
How long have I known you? 45 years.
Wow. That's hurtful.
I know. And now you're in jam. And you know what? I have about 3 more on here that I did not pick. So you're on your own. I'm not helping you this time.
So...
Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Eagles. And, I know what you should go with. It just crossed my mind. People, say it. Let him know on the chat. What's the last band he needs to go with?
Well, I'm going to tell you who I'm going to go with.
Okay.
And this is a band that I actually have tickets to go see later on this year.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago.
I don't know, Ronnie. Only the
Chicago.
fans of the show will be able to determine this.
They would do an amazing halftime show.
Okay, so we need you to vote right now, okay? At stake is this trophy, which
has been on this side for several weeks now.
I have to admit it. Yeah, it has been, but
I've
I feel
owned
really
this.
strong. So
I've owned this thing.
Not for much longer. All right, my 3 bands are Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, and Eagles.
And I went with Beatles, Aerosmith. Oh my God, who did I just pick? Oh, and
Chicago.
And Chicago, yes. Yeah. Sorry, BAC.
It's funny. Neither one of us, we just talked about it 2 minutes ago, and we can't remember.
Yep.
I have to go to my notes just to make sure. Okay. Michael Jackson's performance.
Jackson. Yes, that was epic. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm not my wife loves Michael Jackson music. It's okay.
I used to play a lot of Michael Jackson music on the radio and loved each and every one.
But
if
he's
I had
a
a favorite, Man in the Mirror.
Oh, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The video to that was also very good.
As I recall.
But Michael Jackson was a performer. I mean, seriously.
Rumor is Metallica was offered halftime a few years back, but refused to do a lip sync pre-recorded sham of a performance. So hats off to them.
Yep.
You know, Rush would have been another good choice with the passing of Neil Peart.
Slednick wants to know if this is the OK Boomer skit.
No, we just did that. We did the OK
Boomers. And then Kurt said I had him until I went with Chicago.
That's what I thought too. I thought you really took a bad turn.
I was leaning towards Tom Petty.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen Tom Petty. Well, he just passed away, but I saw Tom Petty 2 or 3 times, and he was amazing. I saw him at Cal Expo when he did the song with Stevie Nicks, "Stop Dragging My Heart Around."
Oh yeah.
Stevie Nicks, and I had been drinking a little bit.
No.
Stevie Nicks came out, and she was wearing this white lacy thing.
Yeah, as she's known to do.
And I thought she was an angel.
Yeah. The voice of an angel.
She was spinning around, and oh wow, big serious crush.
What does Jason say? I'm sorry.
Jason says Lou wins.
Oh really?
What's
Is that
Jason
what he wrote?
know?
I can't see it from here.
Let's see. Jim Black says Ronnie gets it.
Why?
I think the Beatles takes me over the top.
You know, I yielded to you on that Beatles thing.
I know.
In fact,
yeah.
Well,
you got to cancel your
undo.
Yep.
Paul Mac and Ringo Beatles.
Oh yeah.
I did have it on there.
Yep.
AC/DC, or I thought of AC/DC when I was showering this morning.
And I just saw Foreigner about 6 months ago in concert.
Mm-hmm.
Still amazing.
Mm-hmm.
AC/DC I've seen 2 or 3 times. Amazing. Really, really good show. In fact,
Bon Jovi.
You know what? I'm They have a couple okay songs. I'm not a gigantic Bon Jovi fan.
My joke used to be, he's going to be performing with his sister, Ann Jovi. That's kind of like Richard Marx. Do you remember him from the 80s?
Yes.
Well, he and I were very close. So I called him Dick.
Dick Marx. Hey, you know what? I went to middle school with a guy named Richard Small. He did not like to be called Dick.
I bet.
No.
The name is Richard.
He did not go by Dick.
Beatles, no.
We need your votes here.
Yeah, come on. We got to decide. We got a trophy at stake here, people. Come on.
Lou or Ronnie. It's pretty much tied up right now.
I would say it's pretty tied, yeah.
Yep.
All right, remember, once again, mine are Led Zeppelin. You could have picked the Rolling Stones, and I thought you would have done that.
I really...
They did this Super Bowl, I think.
I'm pretty sure they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mine was...
I like the Rolling Stones, but...
Zeppelin, Van Halen, and Eagles.
Back in my day, you were either Beatles or Stones.
Right.
You couldn't be both.
No.
Nah, I do like them both.
And ironically, the Beatles were the clean cut.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
And the Rolling Stones were kind of like white trash or rednecky.
Jack says you win. Kurt says you win. Ooh, Pink Floyd would have been another good.
That would be fantastic if they did Hole in the Wall.
Brick in the Wall.
Brick in the Wall, right?
Yeah. Yep. That would have been good. Grateful Dead. Yeah.
Okay.
I was. You know what? I listened to Grateful Dead. I wasn't a deadhead. But
it's kind of a way of life.
It is. It's kind of like, you know what? Okay, Roxanne says it's a tie.
Christine says she can't decide. I like all of those.
Yeah, they're all good. I seriously thought, Zeppelin.
The Carpenters. Oh, that would be a lovely halftime show.
Oh, man. Be right up there with Captain and Tennille.
You know what? Just like Shakira and J-Lo. You'd have two acts. When you know they're not good enough to carry the whole Super Bowl, you get two.
Okay, Roxanne wants to know what mine are. Mine are Beatles.
Right.
Winner right there.
Well,
Aerosmith.
Okay.
Duh. And Chicago.
Didn't Aerosmith perform?
I'm pretty sure Aerosmith has performed.
I remember Steven Tyler dancing around with ribbons or something. I don't know.
You know who also performed, and I'm not a gigantic fan, although my wife loves her, Lady Gaga. She did a really nice halftime show, too.
I thought she was fantastic.
She killed it. She's a great performer also.
Did she wear the meat dress in that one?
No. But you know what?
That story's so funny. You told me.
Yes. So we did, when I had a bomb dog, we cleared our concert arena. It was called Sleep Train Arena. And so before huge sold-out events, every Kings game and about 3 concerts a year, we would sweep the arena for bombs. And so we get to Lady Gaga's dressing room, and my dog is not alerting on something, but is sniffing this cabinet that's like 6 feet tall, and it looks kind of like a big speaker enclosure. And so I go, I don't know what's in here, but I'm not too concerned. My dog's not alerting. And he goes, there's a meat dress in there. So my dog wanted to eat it.
That dog will hunt.
Uh-oh.
I know. But the comments keep pouring in, so I guess we just keep going.
How's our video? Is our video okay? Because on my end, this one looks good. It might just be my computer.
It could be. Maybe it's a lot of strain on your Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
All right, that brings us to an interesting.
I'm going to go ahead and concede.
Okay.
I think. Although Roxanne says I had her at Aerosmith, she says Ronnie. It's close, but I think you've got the nod this week. Yep.
I share this with all of you. I could not have done it without your votes. It's been quite a few weeks since I've been able to take this trophy home.
Yeah.
A lot of people at work have asked me, why is this not on your desk? And it's hard to say, well, because I lost to Ronnie. But this time, the average people like me and you, the average Joe grind.
The average pasty white guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's good to have you back.
and Jim Black. Aerosmith had many hits. Do you remember
Big 10 Inch?
Big 10 Inch?
Yeah.
Yes. I love
Was that what you were going to say?
Yes.
Oh my God, we're completing each other's sentences.
Yes. Because that was in our high school. That was high school days.
Yeah.
Big 10 Inch.
Okay, so I found this slang words that we can't stand.
Oh boy.
Slang serves an important purpose in society.
I have a million of them, by the way.
It helps language evolve and gives people an easy way to fit in and feel like part of a group, which is something we do nowadays, even more than in past years. Often slang words draw heavily from pop culture and become a fun insider joke. And then there are the other types of slang words that divide us instead of bringing us together. The words used to shame, demean, ostracize, and hurt others. While these things can be subjective, here are some slang words we'd love to see deleted. All right, Ronnie, first up.
Can't do that one.
Okay, boomer. This is a millennial thing where they have fired the next volley in the war of the generation with just 2 words. Okay, boomer.
I think it's a win for us still.
We could explain why the 60-year-olds are beefing with the 30-year-olds, but honestly, we don't care. Can't we all just be a little nicer to each other and recognize that people of every generation make good contributions to society? I saw an interesting story where this is a phrase that falls under the category of ageism.
Okay.
And being ageist. Next up, words that we can do without.
Mine. Okay. Can I throw this one out there? I'm sure it's probably on the list.
Okay.
Bay.
That went out like 5 years ago.
I still hear it. I hear it.
Before everything else. Or isn't that what it is?
Yeah. I mean, it's like
before anyone else.
It's kind of like your BFF type thing.
I still kind of use that from time to time, but that's out too. Yeah. Next up on our list, Gucci. I was watching some promo for something. Again, it was on MTV, and I know what you're saying. You sure spend a lot of time watching MTV. Not Florida Bama Shore. Not any of those shows. The Housewives of God only knows where. I don't watch that kind of stuff. I just watch it for Rob Dyrdek. The luxury brand name has become synonymous with really great and really cool. That as in, hey dude, that's Gucci. Or those shoes are Gucci.
God.
It was cute the first 100 times. Then they came out with a song and it just got worse from there. So we wish you'd get rid of that word.
Not a fan.
Next up, yeah, basic. Yeah, basic. Calling someone basic means that they're boring and only like things other people like. But why shame people for what they like? Just call them quirky.
I think you're basic.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're basic.
I think we'll exit on that one. K. Just the letter. K.
Oh.
Never has so much been said by one single letter. A letter oozing with disdain. Texting a single K, uncapitalized with no punctuation to someone, is technically a short version of okay, but these days it is slang for you're boring and annoying.
I use K in texts an awful lot.
Do you use capital or no?
No.
Oh.
It does not. So sometimes when I put K in my text message, it changes it to an I.
Oh.
It autocorrects to an I.
Yeah, why is that?
And then I've sent it, and then I look at it and I go, well, that's not what I wanted to send at all.
Right.
And so my iPhone will autocorrect. If I put in OK, it changes it to okie dokie.
Yeah, because you use that a lot.
I use okie dokie a lot.
I know, you do. I get that from you a lot.
Yeah, okie dokie is my thing.
All right, so
that's my jam.
If you don't care,
K.
you think your friend's boring or annoying, use an uncapitalized K. Thirst trap. Have you ever heard of that, Ronnie?
No.
If someone is desperate for attention and will do anything to get it, they are a thirst trap.
I get that.
See how you're learning something on the show?
I like that.
But wanting attention is a very basic human need, and instead of shaming people for trying to get it, Perhaps we should be focusing on teaching them better ways to connect with others. You know what? That is not my job.
No.
My job is not to teach you
No.
how to live your life. You just do what you want. I'm just pointing out that's what these things mean. How about the chat, Ronnie? What are people saying?
Jim Siri wrote half a joke up here.
Half a joke?
Says, Ronnie, my grandson told me this joke recently. What's worse than ants in your pants? I don't know. Come on now. Come up with the punchline. Oh, uncles. Oh, wow. Your grandson needs to go on timeout.
I think so. My grandson's going to be on timeout until he's 10.
There's a ton of dad jokes. I just heard one last night.
Oh, God.
What type of food do penguins like the most?
I don't know, Ronnie. What type of food do penguins like?
Burritos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That makes me hungry.
There's a dad joke.
LB. What does LB in social media mean? Whoops. Uh-oh. I didn't want that.
Oh.
You may not have heard this one said out loud, but chances are you've seen LB slang for like back.
Oh.
So if someone likes your comment, you can like them back.
Right.
It's the shortest, laziest way to insist someone follow or like your account because you followed or liked theirs. So that's kind of a Twitter thing, I think.
Yeah, I'm not I'll never use that.
Never?
Never, ever.
Bruh.
Recently, I watched a lot of YouTube, and there's a guy who I kind of like. He looks at social media. He looks at a lot of YouTube videos, and then he just like blazes them. He just goes to him. He's wearing a shirt, ... bruh. And I think he's trying to make it his catchphrase because he says it like a dozen times during the videos. Mm-hmm. But he's good. He's clever. So
it used to be bro.
Right. Yeah. And then it was brah.
Brah, B-R-A.
Brah.
And that wasn't cutting it.
Yo, brah.
It wasn't cutting it.
Yeah. That's too close to brat. When I think of bra, I think of brats. Mm-hmm. And then I get hungry.
Receipts. We're talking about slang words that we can't stand. This year was the year of receipts, with celebrities posting pictures, transcripts, videos, and call recordings as proof of a wide variety of wrongs done. If you're on a reality show, then fine. Bring all the receipts. That's your job. If you're talking to Susan at the office water cooler, cut it out. No one wants to get dragged into your feud with Mike. Okay, receipts.
No.
Ghosting.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing as catfishing?
No.
It's
almost like the opposite.
Right, because in catfishing, you're playing somebody you're not.
Right.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right, so if you have some, you can certainly suggest them, slang words that we need to get rid of.
Kurt Hensley throws out a little joke here. How come anteaters never get sick?
I don't know why.
Because they're full of antibodies. Yep.
Brah.
Come on, brah.
Okay, bro. All right, so we learned something today on the show. Next up, we're going to do Please Just Go Away. I got to get this one out right off the bat.
Okay.
Please, Harry and Meghan.
Oh, boy, that is turned
Please just go away.
It's beyond ugly. It's fugly.
They're in Canada now.
Yeah, Vancouver, I think, or somewhere.
And there's so many stories as to why they have vanquished their positions and titles and why they're going to Canada.
Can I give you my take on this?
Please.
I think that he is so over the top, infatuated, and in love with Meghan Markle that whatever she says,
he's doing?
Yeah, he's doing.
Are you suggesting he might be royally whipped?
He is a little bit royally whipped. And
she is hot. She's
beautiful.
Smoking hot.
She's beautiful.
Did you see her on Deal or No Deal?
No.
Oh, when she was a briefcase girl?
No.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
You know how fine those girls are.
Well, she was also on Mad Men, I think, wasn't she?
I think I heard that, yeah.
I never watched Mad Men. Oh, my God. But maybe we can do a segment here. I just watched a series this last week. Over the last 2 weeks, actually. It's called Barry. And if you have HBO on demand, it's a really good series. It's basically Bill Hader, who is from Saturday Night Live. He does a remarkable job as the lead character, Barry. He's an ex-Marine that's a little bit of a reluctant hitman. And
reluctant, you say?
Yes, a tiny bit. He's a hitman with a conscience.
Okay.
Type thing. And it's Slednex's Barry is good. It is very good. I binge watched. Each season is 8 episodes, and I watched 2 a day, Monday through Friday, and then I just finished them on Wednesday or Thursday. I finished watching.
Somebody doesn't know quite what to do with their retirement time.
Yeah, yeah. I could have been going to the gym.
Right.
I could have been working.
Yeah.
You know what? I volunteer at the Front Street Animal Shelter. I didn't do that at all last week.
CT 2020. Good morning.
It was too cold for me to go down there. I didn't. I'm kind of a
Weren't going to do it.
reluctant. Huh? Yeah. But it's a really great show. So yeah.
All right. Next up on my please just go away robocalls. Ronnie, I must get 6 to 8 of them a day.
Okay. I found the greatest thing.
Robocalls.
That's an iPhone, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go to settings.
Yep.
Phone. And then there is a little slide bar that you can push to reject anonymous calls. So if it's not a call from somebody that's in your contacts list, your phone never even rings.
Okay, so I got to find phone, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going down here, phone.
Phone.
All right.
Let's see.
Silence.
Unknown calls.
Okay, I've done it.
You will not get any more robocalls. The only downside is if somebody calls you that you're expecting a call from, but they're not in your contacts list, it's not going to ring. So I tell people all the time, hey, I don't answer my phone. You're going to have to leave a message. And that seems to work. I get voicemails, and I got one last week that said that there was a warrant out for my arrest because my Social Security, I had violated something with Social Security. And so I love those. Those are hilarious.
Did you call that one back?
No, I didn't call that one back. Those are hilarious to me.
All right, so please, seriously, please just go away. And we learned something about how to block those calls.
Yeah, so if you have an iPhone, follow that little bit of advice. It'll save you tons of frustration.
Miley Cyrus, please. Seriously.
I'm kind of done with her.
Just go away.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do music, great. Do music. Do your funny videos or your weird videos or whatever the hell they are. But you know what? You know what? Just move on.
She can sing.
I don't deny that.
She's a really good singer. I like her voice because it's a little bit deeper and a little bit raspier,
as you might expect.
And she has a Kelly DeMarco voice.
Oh yes, she does.
and also, and that's what I think I loved so much about Stevie Nicks was she had a very unusual, just a grindy kind of a voice. Loved it.
Hey, if you didn't see the first part of the show today, we now have T-shirts available with our new logo on them. This one is a 3X. That's what size fits me. Ronnie's is an XL.
Yep.
But only because he said it'll probably shrink. I don't know. These are really good quality. They're Gildan shirts.
Yeah, they are.
And they're just $20. And you can get them sent to you anywhere in the United States with free shipping for $20. And let me go back to the account really quickly. They're available in gray and in white. And I just got to find that link really quick. I'm sorry, I'm stalling. All
Christine says that her son loved Miley Cyrus. He would push you out of the way for her.
The PayPal account you can use to get your shirt for just $20 is PayPal, PayPal .me, M-E, /Dust Erica. That's DUST ERICA, Dust Erica. PayPal.me /Dust Erica. or you can get them on Facebook Marketplace by doing a search for Men Are So Smart Fan Gear, Fangear, Fan Gear. They're available in small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, and 3XL. All shirts, all sizes will be, for this news breaking release here, will be $20 for all sizes. So get them while they last. Expect about a week for delivery is what I'm being told. But our new logo is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of...
I really like it.
Yeah, I was a big fan because you sent me this, and I'm like, oh my God, that's spot on. Mm-hmm. That's freaking us.
And you know, the fact that it's all blacked out in a silhouette really does us justice.
I think so also.
You know?
Yep.
You know, you can picture the face with the voice.
Yes.
And I think we're on the right side. Look, that's
yes,
me.
Yes, it's exactly the way there's me.
Mm-hmm.
There's my stupid haircut.
Yep.
There's you.
No, my needs a haircut. My hair grows fast. So get those T-shirts right away, won't you? We appreciate that. All right, Ronnie, what else do we need to get to here today, and where are we in time?
Let's see.
Because we could do a couple of things here.
Let's see. This may or may not show. Oh, it looks like we're at 58 minutes.
Wow.
No, that's wrong.
Should we bring it home?
Because we started it straight up at 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's 9:20. So yeah, we should probably
wrap.
Probably put a wrap.
Okay. Well, then that's what we're going to do, people. We really enjoy your comments on the live chat. I know we had a lot of content to get to today.
I laughed. I chuckled many times reading your comments. Thank you.
And just for the record, I do go back and sometimes I watch. Uh-oh.
I wonder if the camera died. Hello, are we still on?
We hear you. Camera gone. Oh. All right. Well, perhaps maybe there's audio here.
Yep,
Camera's off.
Like there's still. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, so we'll say goodbye now. Check out our website. It's menaresosmart.com. You can get those T-shirts a couple of different ways. If you have any questions or anything like that, you can email Ronnie or myself. And our email addresses have been going across the screen. It's lou@menaresosmart.com or ronnie@menaresosmart.com. And so we will talk to you guys next Sunday for Sunday Morning Mass.